Hello friends. Welcome back to Wonderfully Made Bible Stories for Children. Last time, we followed Joseph and saw how he forgave his brothers and welcomed his family to live in Egypt. God turned something meant for harm into a great blessing. Today, we'll see how things begin to change. A new king takes the throne in Egypt, one who doesn't remember Joseph at all. God's people are no longer honored. Instead, they face pain, hard work, and fear. But in the middle of the sadness, God begins to bring hope through the birth of a very special baby. Are you ready to hear the story? Let's dig in. Joseph and his brothers stayed in Egypt. Their children and grandchildren, called the Israelites after Joseph's father Jacob, whom God had named Israel, continued to live in Egypt. God blessed them, and their families grew into a large nation. After many years, long after Joseph and his brothers, a new Pharaoh came to power in Egypt. He didn't remember Joseph or how he had helped save the land. When Pharaoh saw how many Israelites there were, he became afraid. He worried they might become too powerful. So Pharaoh decided to make life hard for them. He forced the Israelites to become slaves. They were made to carry heavy loads, work in the hot sun, and build cities for Pharaoh. It was painful and unfair. But even with the hard work, the Israelites kept growing. So Pharaoh made an even more terrible decision. He ordered that all baby boys born to the Israelites should be taken away. It was a heartbreaking time for God's people. But even when things were at their worst, God was still watching over them. One day, a baby boy was born to an Israelite family. His mother saw how special he was, and she was determined to keep him safe. She hid him in their home for as long as she could. When he became too big to hide, she made a brave plan. She gently placed him in a basket made of reeds and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. Then she placed the basket in the tall grass at the edge of the Nile River, hoping someone kind would find him. The baby's older sister watched from nearby to see what would happen. Soon, someone important came walking along the river, Pharaoh's own daughter. When she saw the basket, she sent one of her helpers to bring it to her. Inside, she found the baby. He was crying, and her heart was moved with compassion. She knew he was an Israelite child, but she decided to take care of him. At that moment, the baby's sister stepped forward and asked if she could find someone to help care for him. Pharaoh's daughter agreed, and without knowing it, the baby's own mother was chosen to take care of him. Later, Pharaoh's daughter gave the baby a name, Moses, because he had been drawn out of the water. God had protected Moses and placed him right where he needed to be, in Pharaoh's own house. One day, God would use Moses to lead his people out of Egypt and into freedom. Even when things feel dark or scary, God is working. He sees everything and knows just what to do. We can trust that God has a plan for us, even when we don't understand it yet. Like the plan he had for baby Moses. Let's think about some things together. How do you think Moses' mother felt when she let go of the basket? Have you ever had to trust God when things didn't make sense? What does this story show us about how God protects and provides? Thanks for joining me today. Next time, we'll see what happens when Moses grows up and learns who he really is. How will God prepare him to lead his people? Until then, remember, you are wonderfully made, and God's love is always with you. Bye for now.